How's it going, everybody? Planning to just hang out for a few minutes tonight. I don't know if anyone will be on, but we'll see. Give me just a moment to pull everything up, and if you're jumping on here, let me know that you're here. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Todd's in the house. Good to see you, Todd. So it's Aaron's here. Good to see you, Aaron. Jonathan's in the house. Very good. All right, so we got a few people. Um, Time is going really fast. I don't know how you're feeling, but September is flying by, and we have this big event planned at the church from October 2nd to October 9th, called an open invitation. And so everyone in the community is invited. I know this year basically every festival in the borough was canceled. And so we're just going to have our own festival. And we're going to do it outside. There will be, well, we're working on it, but we have most nights covered for food. Hopefully by that time we'll have every single night covered for food of some kind at 6 o'clock, and then from 7 to 9 we'll have live music from different churches around the city, and we'll have some teaching from me, and I'm really pumped about it. I'm really excited for what it could mean for our community and what it can mean for churches and kind of bringing everybody together. But it's really, man, it's really come fast, and we've been working on it for several weeks now. Actually, more than that, probably 5 weeks, 5 6 weeks, and it's come together slowly, but it's like it's crunch time all of a sudden. And so we have a few more bands that'll hopefully get fully booked this week, and then we'll have our complete music lineup, complete food lineup ready to go. But I just want to make sure that you guys know what's going on. So if you're in Kittanning, or you're even within 50 miles of Kittanning, you should just make plans to come out and join us for some of those nights. We're planning to have it in our parking lot. We tested out our first homemade fire pit this week. We tested it out on Thursday, and it went so well. The fires just burn amazing in them, and we'll have 12 fires going on all around the parking lot, and we'll have a big stage there under a tent, and then we'll have 3 different tents for food, and we'll have a tent there for information and for prayer. And so it should be a great time. I'm hoping that we'll just be able to kind of just kind of let loose. 2020 has been difficult for a lot of people financially, and I think what a lot of people have missed a lot is like this genuine feeling of community. And I know we had a big inward shift as a culture where we stayed home and we spent more time with family, and all of that's really good. Like none of that. I think that was way more positive than people gave it credit for. But what it's going to come down to in 2020, or as things begin to return to normal, we have an opportunity now to make it a different normal than it was before. And so I get excited. Like our conversation last week was about football. How does anyone really care about football anymore? And I think the vast majority of people, it's put on the back burner from where it used to be. And so now as we walk forward, how are we going to spend those 3 hours? If we spend it with our neighbors, if we spend it getting to know the people on our street, if we spend it building genuine relationships with other people, it can completely transform our community a lot faster than anything else can. A lot faster than Summer of Serve could, a lot faster than a new recovery program could, a lot faster than any government program would be able to do. If we just begin one-on-one building relationships with other people, especially in a God-centered way, everything will change very, very fast. People always talk about there's drug dealers in the neighborhood, or there's addicts in the neighborhood. And a lot of times, if you just begin to reach out in some kind of genuine way, obviously you want to keep yourself safe, but for most people, there's nothing to be scared of anyway. So if you just begin to reach out, they'll either be so uncomfortable they won't want to live there anymore, or you will actually begin helping people. And so, a lot of times what drives people into those situations is that they need community, they need relationship, they need other people there. A book I read a couple of years ago, I guess about a year and a half ago at this point, called Lost Connections by Johan Hari. Just a fantastic book. I don't agree with any of the conclusions of the book, but all of the research and the beginnings of it are absolutely amazing. And it talks a lot about addiction, and more specifically, it talks about anxiety and depression and that whole cycle. And the first four chapters are just incredible history of that whole. I guess I'd just call it an epidemic at this point, in our world, especially in Western society, and specifically in Kittanning. I remember about 3 years ago, we were sitting around a fire outside at my house here, and we went around the fire, and there were 11 people there, and out of the 11 people, I was the only one who was not on an antidepressant or an anti-anxiety medication of some kind. And that just blew me away. I didn't realize how prevalent that issue was. But when you look into the research and how we end up at that place, so much of it is from lost connections. So much of it is from missing genuine relationship, or getting value out of the world around us, and specifically being connected to meaningful work, being connected to, for me, I believe being connected to faith of some kind is absolutely essential. All of these things can be solved, I believe, if we can just build genuine community. And we see, like in the church, if you look in the Bible, how the early church operated was nothing like how the church operates now. It wasn't go to church on Sunday morning and you never see those people again throughout the week, and we come back next Sunday and spend another hour together, where we're not actually spending any time together at all. We're just there singing the same songs, and we're there listening to the same message, but for the most part, we're not building deep, lasting, genuine relationships. And so the church needs to make a shift as well in that mode of operating. If you look in the early church, they spent all their time together. So they broke bread together, they prayed together, they went to temple together, they listened to teaching together, and they lived their lives together. They lived in what was called an oikos, which would be like a whole family system. And so, they might have had, 10 houses in a compound, and they would literally, like, all the believers were there together, and they lived together. They did everything together. And we've gotten away from that. Our society is very much isolated, and I just don't believe it's what God intended for us. So it's just one of those things, one of my soapboxes. But how do you guys feel about that? Is anyone else excited about this Tabernacles thing? Do you want to come out? Will you come out and join us from October 2nd to October 9th? At least mark your calendars, and hopefully, if you can't make it every night, totally understand that. But if you can make a few nights, that would be absolutely amazing, and we'll just celebrate together. I think it'd be cool if we could kind of turn it into a whole community thing, and people really did set aside a week like they did in Bible times. They did this 3 times a year. They did that for the Feast of Passover, for the Feast of Weeks or Pentecost, and then they did it also for Feast of Tabernacles, which is what we're going to do. So they had 3 weeks a year where they didn't work at all. That, like, the whole society shut down, and they just celebrated who God was, and they got together and built community, and then you wonder, like, how did they become such a strong society? Well, that's how. And why would the enemy want to destroy it so badly? Well, that's why. He doesn't want us to live like that. He doesn't want us to do that. And so, yeah. Wilford says, "How are you doing? Are you doing okay? How was church today?" Yeah, I'm definitely doing very good. And church today was fine. I wasn't totally satisfied with my own message, but that's okay. Hopefully everyone else got something out of it. But it's good. It was real good. The worship was great. very, very fun. Aaron says, me. I'm so very excited. Good. I'm glad someone else is. If it's just Aaron and I that are excited, that's okay. But hopefully there will be more than that. Jonathan says, definitely would like to try and make it. I'll request off at least a few days. Very cool. And it is they're all in the evenings from 6 to 9. So hopefully people, if they work during the daytime, they'll be able to come and join us in the evening. And it should be really great. Summer has the little party horn going on there. So I don't know if that's for today, for the Feast of Trumpets. Those of you that don't know, like today is was the New Year in Israel, and so they celebrate New Year's over 2 days. So it's actually started on Friday night at sundown, and it ended tonight at sundown. And so it's a 2-day festival that is now over. Todd says Black Friday should be interesting. You mean for like at Thanksgiving? Why would it be interesting? What's going to be different? I guess I don't know if it'll be as crazy. But I heard there's even Walmart, they're shutting down for Thanksgiving this year, which is a change. So it seems like they're dialing back a little bit. Walmart has actually made a lot of like employee-centric decisions, and I think that is, I'm sure, due to the pandemic, and maybe due to the fact that they made money hand over fist during this whole thing. But pretty interesting to watch that whole thing play out. I don't know who else is on here. It says that there's 9 people here, but I don't see 9 people commenting. So if you're on here, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what's going on. If you have any questions for me, more than happy to answer. I've been incredibly busy partially for Tabernacles, partially there's some other stuff going on too. Still can't quite tell you about, but we had a big weekend this weekend. There was a person visiting here about a big project that we're working on through the church, and very, very dear project to me personally as well. And so we filmed a podcast on Saturday about it, and so hopefully I'll be able to show you that at some point in the near future once we know that everything is approved and it's going to start moving forward. But we're not quite there yet, so I can't share with you yet. But those of you that go to Living Water Church, he was actually at church today, and so I don't know, you may have met him, you may not have, but he was there to be a fly on the wall and to just kind of assess and make sure that we're a church that they want to work with. And it's going to be really good, not just for the church. In fact, the church will be very secondary. It's going to be amazing for the community if we can get it going. So just be watching out for that. Todd said, Swan's in the house. Good to have you, Swan. Thanks for showing up tonight. Todd says yes, meaning that not a lot of sales. I'm sure they'll try to have sales, but yeah, I don't know if there'll be many buyers. The stimulus money, I'm assuming, has mostly dried up, but the economy, at least around here, is very open. There's going to be some states though that are very much hurting. You think about, California, they're still dealing with lockdowns and stuff, which is crazy to me. And I heard actually Israel locked down for the new year as well. So I'm not sure if there's going to be another round of all this stuff going across, but I don't think anyone in Armstrong County, honestly, is going to deal with it. That's just the feeling that I have. For the most part, I think people are going back to as close to normal as possible. Even yesterday, we went out for sushi, and we went to, they don't have sit down at Yamato yet, but at Ispiare, you can sit down and have coffee. So we got sushi, went and ordered stuff at Ispiare, and then sat down and ate our sushi there. So there's ways to make this more normal as we move forward. But I'm just happy that Yamato's back open, and the downtown, for the most part, I haven't seen any business casualties because of COVID yet. In fact, I think the business district as a whole is just moving forward, and that's very exciting to see. Kittanning has been through a lot, and I think the business owners are used to making it through lean times, and hopefully we've been able to do enough promotion in the community to kind of create more economic activity downtown. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know when Yamato opened back up, everyone was down there, and I was buying gift cards, and I went there a couple times during that week because I want them to know how much we appreciate them and want them in town, and so I'm excited to try to support local business anytime that I can. Try to do the same for East BRA and Two Short Gals and all the different places, and I buy all my guitar stuff local, but it's not a lot of sales for Mike at Smales, but it's like everything I can do to shop downtown. That's what I try to do, and hopefully you're doing the same. I know it looks like Light Up Night's going to be a lot different this year too. It won't be a big thing downtown, and so yeah, we're going to need to try to support local business through the holiday season as well, because they're going to miss out on some sales from Light Up Night, and hopefully we can make up for that by doing other things. But anyways, I was shooting for 15 minutes. We're already at 16 minutes, so just want to again let you guys know. Make sure to make plans to come out October 2nd through October 9th. There is a Sunday evening in there, so I don't know if I'll be live on the 4th, but I'll sure try to be. I'll just be definitely later than normal. Might be 10 o'clock by the time I do that one, but and I'll basically be preaching every single day that week. So yeah, it's gonna be exhausting, but I already have basically the messages they're all already written, all of them. So I'm pretty pumped about what that's gonna look like, and I'm just gonna try to have fun with it, not take it too seriously, and just really celebrate our community, celebrate the churches in the community, and of course celebrate God. And I can't wait to do that with you guys. So other than that, hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna head out. It's been a long day, but it's been really good. I can't wait to see you guys. I have a video that's it's already edited, it's already uploaded. It'll be out tomorrow morning. It'll be a good one on some local businesses and revisiting the grant program, and it's gonna be really great. So make sure you check out the video that's coming tomorrow, and then I should have videos Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as well. So last week was just really crazy, but this week I'm already ahead, and it's gonna go well. I'm just proclaiming it right now. So make sure to check back. There's gonna be some good videos this week, and can't wait to share them with you. Have a good night, you guys. God bless you, and I will